So, good morning, Honorable President. 19 Series 402 Database Management System, second year, 4th semester, unit number 4, transaction, topic number 3, transaction recovery. This is the most important topic in the transaction in database management system. So, what is transaction recovery? The DBMS is a highly complex system with 100 transactions being executed every second. The durability and robustness of DBMS depends on complex architecture and its underlying hardware and system software. For example, every transaction means, like example, you take banking transaction. So I am entered to the ATM system and enter my ATM card. I enter the PIN number. After completion, going to completion of my transaction, before due to some failure, for example, internet failure or electrical failure, the system is crashed based on hardware failure or software failure. What happened? So once restart or re-again your process, whatever data are already completed, you can give a software, name is recovery software, and recover on all data and update it once again. You can check your balance. Is if suppose you are debited your cash, you can update your process. If not debited, your amount can be returned to same account and same branch of same account. This is a process of an example for ATM card process. So if it is failure or crash MI transaction, if it is expected that system could be follow some short of algorithm, the technique is called recover lost data, or the database recovery means recovering the data when it get deleted or hacked or damaged accidentally. So Atomicity is must whether a transaction is over or not. It should be reflected in database permanently or should not affect your database at all. So what is recovery? Another condition of another definition of recovery. So recovery is a process restoring our database, the current state, and even a event of failure, and ensure the database is a reliable and remaining in consistent state in the cost of failure. The database recovery can be classified in two parts. One is rolling forward and rolling back. Rolling forward means apply, redo, or record to the corresponding data of blocks, and rolling back, apply rollback segments to data file it store in transaction of a table. This is a two process in recovery stage at whatever going on. For example, ATM machine or example ATM card or any other type of transaction in your banking system. So failure classification, we have logical failure and system failure. So logical error is transaction cannot be completed due to some internal error condition. Internal means it's a hardware failure or software failure. And system crash, the database must be terminated an active transaction due to error condition. For example, deadlock. The same time, same member can be accessed. Same process. Which one is the first one you can update it? You're confused. So we can implement your scheduler one by one. You can implement it is easily state. Suppose the schedulers cannot be available in your database condition of your transaction. So sometimes the system is error and show your pages. The system crash, power failure, or other hardware or software failure causes of the system to crash and fail to stop assumption. A non-volatile storage content are assumed to not be corrupted by system crash. And database system have numerous integrity checks to prevent and correction of data disk in the area. And disk failure, a crash on failure, crash or similar disk failure destroyed all part of the disk storages. Some conditions can be applied, some conditions not applied. The distractions is assumed to be detectable or disk drive use the checksums to detect a failure in the mode. So storage structures, we have two or three processes in your storage structures. One is volatile storage, another non-volatile storage, and stable storages. And volatile storage does not survive of system crash. An example, main memory and cache memory. And non-volatile storage survive of the system crash. An example, disk, tape, flash memory, non-volatile, battery backup, or RAM, and but may still fail a losing of data. Sometimes, once the system is through your hardware or software crash, your data was losing in your sectors. And stable storage, mythical form of the storage that surveil all failures and approximate by maintaining and multiple copies on distinct non-volatile media. And see the book for more detail on how to implement stable storage in the area. This is a storage structure in the process. So recovery and Atomicity is most important in database management system because it should check the status of the all transactions were being executed. Once I have completed my process, whether it's executed or not, basic condition of your scheduler. A transaction may be in the middle of some operation. The DBMS must ensure the atomicity of the transaction in these cases. And it should be checked whether the transaction can be completed now or it needed to be a rollback. And no transaction will be allowed to leave the DBMS is an inconsistency state in the process. And there are two techniques can be implemented, which can be help the DBMS recovering, maintaining atomicity of transaction. One is maintaining the logs of each transaction and writing them onto the some table and storage before actually modifying the database. Maintaining shadow pages where the changes are done on volatile memory and later than actual database in the updated. These are some changes, two type of technique you can use your using of your recovery for transaction in your database management system. So log-based recovery as manual-based recovery can be done in your database management system. Log-based recovery, log should be sequence record which maintain the record action of performed by delay and necessary that the logs area unit return before the particular modification and hold on table storage media that is failed to save. Log-based recovery works on follows. The log fail is unbroken on the table and storage media. When a transaction enters the system and start execution, it write log recording in your sectors. Example, assume the transaction modify address and employee and the following logs are written in the same transaction. Log 1, transaction initiate, write start log. The T1 starts, log 2, transaction modify address, Pune to Mumbai, log TN address Pune to Mumbai, and transaction is completed. The log indicate end of the transaction. This is called TN of commitment. Suppose the transaction incompleted, you can check a condition after reallocate or reinitiate the process once again. So second, there are two methods in creating log files and updating database. One is deferred database modification and immediate database modification. That means defer means the logs for transactions are created and stored in the stable storage system. And immediate database modification, after creating each log record, database modify for each step of log and entry immediately. This is the process of method in log files and updating the database. So this is my activity. This